What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today I've locked in two NFL picks for Monday Night Football between the Indiana Colts and the San Francisco 49ers. But that's not all. I'll also take you through some leans that I like. So buckle up, I've done the homework. Let's hit these and stack some wins. So, let's do a quick little recap on Saturday Night Football. Another sweep, baby. Let's go. Tank Bigsby, rushing yards ladder, over 11.5, 20 plus and 30 plus, all cashed in the fourth quarter. Nice little read there. Then we had Caleb Williams, over 31.5 pass attempts. Got there in the fourth quarter. Didn't even need OT to smash that prop. Another easy winner. Also, our leans have been doing very, very good, so make sure you stay tuned to watch those. So, for the first pick, I'm going with another ladder play, and you can guess it, Jonathan Taylor, over 97.5 rushing yards, as well as 110 plus and 125 plus. So, for the hit rate, doesn't look that good. However, he does have a pretty decent matchup today, I might say. His recent few games have been pretty bad. He did, however, get 87 rushing yards against the Seahawks, who have, by far, one of the best defenses in the league this year. Over the last 2 weeks, the 49ers defense hasn't been that good, allowing Pollard and Judkins to go over their lines and smashing it pretty easily. And I definitely rate Taylor higher than those two. Also, the 49ers play zone defense at the 5th highest rate, where Taylor averages 4.26 yards per carry. So, with a nice volume and also a pretty easy matchup, I definitely reckon he gets there and smashes this ladder for us. So, for the second pick, I am looking at George Kittle over 66.5 receiving yards, and here is why. The matchup is another soft one. The Colts allow the second most receiving yards and also the second most targets. He is averaging in his last 5 games 76.8 receiving yards. So he's been smashing it, doing a very good job. Also, the Colts play man defense at the 9th highest rate, where Kittle averages 2.32 yards per route run. So another easy matchup for here. George Kittle to smash his prop line. So that's pretty much it for the main plays. Now let's look through some leans. So let's start with the quarterbacks. Was looking at Phillip Rivers. However, not enough information on him, so I'm not too sure about that one. Was looking at his completion line, which is over, I think it's over 17.5. So last week he got 18, so I think he can get there again. Has a pretty soft matchup, so it should do good. However, not enough information on him, so I don't really want to take it. But a guy that I'm really, really liking is Brock Purdy over 21. I got this at 21.5, but you still get 22.5. If you can't get 21.5, still go for 22.5. So he's gone over this line in 4 out of the last 6 games, averaging obviously 21.5 completions. So recent QBs have gone over this line in 10 out of the last 14 games with an 8% average difference, with the likes of like Darnold, Mahomes, Rodgers, all of them going over with ease, and I rank Purdy just under those guys, but I still think he's just as good as them. Purdy should have a field day with the amount of receivers that he's got back, so this should be another easy smash line prop here for him. So with the next one, I'm looking at the receivers, and I'm starting with Kyler Warren over 33.5 receiving yards. The recent hit rate isn't as good. However, on the whole entire season, he has been doing pretty good. Over in 10 of the last 14, averaging 51.3 receiving yards. So, he plays inline receiver, and at 52%, the 49ers give up the 5th most targets to inline receivers. So, when he versus teams that are ranked in, if you take out the bottom 10 ranked teams, for his zone. He's over this line in all of the games, averaging 63 yards per game. So Warren for over 33.5 looks like a nice little read here. Only thing is, just depends on if they mainly focus on the rush. If they do incorporate the pass, definitely see Warren going over. So with the next pick, I'm looking at Josh Downs for over 3.5 receptions. First thing is, this is a plus money play, which I love. Downs has been steady with his volume, averaging 5.4 targets on the season. And in recent games, he's definitely been trending upwards, obviously from his recent games. So he operates as one of the main slot receivers for the Colts, where the 49ers give up the 6 most targets to. If you want to be safer, take 2.5. Should definitely be able to get that, but it'll be a bit juiced. So that's why I'm taking the plus money play at 3.5. And then finally, going back to old mate, Jonathan Taylor, but I'm taking his over 1.5 touchdowns. Another plus money play here. Love those plays. So Taylor will be the main primary touchdown threat. If the Colts can get close to the red zone, I can definitely see him going over. No one's going to be able to stop this man running through and getting those touchdowns. If you do want another parlay piece, taking over 0.5 touchdowns will definitely be a nice little piece for that. Now, for all of you that made it this far into the video, let's make a nice little parlay to follow along for this game. Let's aim for roughly plus 200 odds. So with the first leg, I'm going to look at Jonathan Taylor for 70 rushing yards. That should be a nice little builder. Then let's look at some receivers. Let's go with George Kittle for roughly 40 receiving yards. That should be nice. Let's also add a Juwan Jennings leg. Let's also go for 40 receiving yards there. Then let's add a little nice Colts handicap, because I don't see them losing by more than 2 touchdowns. That's a nice little leg there. And then finally, let's add a nice little Warren piece. Maybe 15. Pretty sure he's 100% on that. So that gives us a plus 225. So that is good for me. Just all the legs here so you can see them. So that's the legs for the parlay that I'm going to run today. So that's it for all of today's picks and leans that I'm liking. If you're loving this content, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you've made it this far, I say thank you. Definitely helps with YouTube's algorithm to push this video out to more people like you. And thanks for loving these sort of videos. And for all the people that have been watching recently, thank you so much. Good luck with your bets. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Laters.